Dr. Harrison had been looking at the same hospital room every night for 25 years. When nurses saw him, they shivered because sometimes a small shadow moved in that room. From which city around the world are you watching this video today? Write it in the comments. And if you believe stories of unexplained connections deserve to be told, don't forget to subscribe. In the small cafe across from Boston General Hospital, Dr. Jonathan Harrison sat at the same table every evening. He was 72 years old, a retired pediatrician. He had retired from the hospital 25 years ago, but had never been able to leave. Every night at 7 p.m., he would take his place in the cafe, looking at room 314 on the 3rd floor of the hospital building. He would sit for hours, drink his coffee, never speak. Cafe owner Maria Rodriguez was used to this situation now. Dr. Harrison was a regular customer, never caused any trouble, but he behaved strangely. Sometimes he would mumble to himself, acting as if he was talking to someone. He would look at the hospital window and smile, wave his hand. Maria attributed this to old age. The night shift nurses at the hospital were uncomfortable with Dr. Harrison because room 314 was empty and strange things happened there. Nurse Sandra Williams had been working the night shift for 15 years. She knew Dr. Harrison, respected, but lately she was noticing strange things. Sometimes a faint light would flicker on and off in room 314. First she thought it was an electrical malfunction, but when electricians checked, they couldn't find any problems. One night, Sandra was passing by the door of 314 when she heard a faint sound from inside. It sounded like a child's voice, but the room was empty. She opened the door, looked inside. Nothing was there. The temperature of the room was abnormally low. Sandra told security guard Tom Parker about the situation. Tom said he was experiencing strange things too. While walking in the corridor of 314 at night, he sometimes heard small footsteps. There was never anyone in the corridor. Nurse Jennifer Lee was young and skeptical. She didn't believe in such stories. But one night, an incident she experienced in 314 shocked her. At 2 a.m., she was doing medication checks. As she passed in front of 314, she heard a child's laughter from inside. It was clear and distinct. Jennifer opened the door. The room was completely empty. The edge of the bed looked sunken, as if someone had been sitting there. The next day, Jennifer told the incident to head nurse Margaret Foster. Margaret had been working at this hospital for 35 years. She knew the situation. Room 314 was a problematic room. 25 years ago, a child patient had died there. Strange events had been happening since then. Margaret told Jennifer the story. In 1999, an 8-year-old child named Tommy Sullivan was staying in that room. He was a leukemia patient. His doctor was Dr. Jonathan Harrison. Tommy was a very sweet child. He loved everyone, talked to everyone. Dr. Harrison had become very attached to him. He cared for him, as if he was his own son. But Tommy's condition was getting worse. Treatment wasn't working. Dr. Harrison would sit by Tommy's bedside for nights, talk to him, give him morale. On Tommy's last night, Dr. Harrison was on watch. Child was very weak, having trouble breathing. Tommy asked Dr. Harrison, "Dr. Uncle, am I going to die?" Dr. Harrison couldn't lie. "Yes, Tom. Don't be afraid. I'm here." Tommy smiled. "Dr. Uncle, will you still be here after I die?" Dr. Harrison replied, crying, "Yes, Tom, I'll always be here." Tommy died that night. He took his last breath in Dr. Harrison's arms. Dr. Harrison was never the same after that day. He became very depressed. He had difficulty caring for his other patients. He retired early 6 months later, but he kept his promise. Every night he came to the hospital and looked at Tommy's room. Years passed. Dr. Harrison still came, still waited. Jennifer was very affected when she heard this story. She started watching Dr. Harrison from a distance. The next night, she saw Dr. Harrison in the cafe. The old man was looking at the hospital window, smiling, as if he was talking to someone. Jennifer returned to the hospital, looked at 314. The room was empty. There was a faint shadow at the window Dr. Harrison was looking at. Jennifer looked more carefully. The shadow was moving, small, child-sized, as if it was waving at Dr. Harrison. Jennifer shivered, but was also moved. Dr. Harrison seemed to really see Tommy. Jennifer watched for several more nights. The same thing happened every time. Dr. Harrison would come, look at the window, smile, wave, as if talking. Strange things were happening in 314 too. Faint lights, sound vibrations, temperature changes. Jennifer talked to other nurses. They had all experienced similar things. Unexplained events were happening in 314. Security cameras also recorded strange images. Sometimes unclear shadows, light plays appeared in 314. One night, Jennifer gathered her courage and approached Dr. Harrison. The old man was sitting in the cafe, looking at the window as always. "Dr. Harrison, I'm Jennifer, a nurse from the hospital." Dr. Harrison turned. He had tired but kind eyes. "Yes, I recognize you. How can I help?" "I want to ask you something. About Tommy." Dr. Harrison's face changed. His eyes filled. "Do you see him too?" Jennifer was surprised. I just noticed strange things in that room. Dr. Harrison smiled. He's still there, waiting for me. Comes every night. Talks to me. Do you really see him? Every night. He hasn't grown. Still 8 years old. He looks very happy. He's not sick anymore. Jennifer trembled. Is this possible? I don't know. But it's real. Tommy tells me he forgives, but I can't forgive myself. Why can't you forgive yourself? Because I couldn't save him. I had promised him. I said I would make him better, but I couldn't. You did everything you could. Wasn't enough. Tommy died. I failed. Jennifer held Dr. Harrison's hand. But you kept your promise. You said you would be here every night. And you're here. Dr. Harrison started crying. I've been here for 25 years. Every night. Tommy is waiting for me. Maybe he's not waiting for you. Maybe he wants to say goodbye. Dr. Harrison was surprised. Goodbye? Jennifer continued. Maybe Tommy is sad that you come here every night. Maybe he wants you to be happy. But I promised him, and you kept that promise for 25 years. Maybe it's enough now. That night, Dr. Harrison felt different. Jennifer's words were on his mind. Maybe it was time to say goodbye to Tom. He sat in the cafe, looked at 314. Tommy was there, as always, smiling, waving. Dr. Harrison stood up, entered the hospital. For the first time in 25 years, he went up to room 314. He hesitated at the door of the room. He was afraid to go inside. He slowly opened the door. The room looked empty, but Dr. Harrison could see Tommy. Tommy was sitting on the bed, smiling. He looked healthier than before. Dr. Uncle, you finally came. Yes, Tommy. I came after 25 years. I was always waiting for you. I know. And I always came. Tommy stood up, approached Dr. Harrison. Dr. Uncle, don't be sad anymore. I'm happy, but I couldn't save you, Tommy. You saved me. You gave me love. You didn't leave me alone in my last days. Dr. Harrison knelt down, came to Tommy's level. Tommy hugged him. Dr. Uncle, time to forgive yourself now. How can I forgive myself? Because I already forgave you. And I want you to be happy. Dr. Harrison was crying. Tommy felt real. He was warm, soft. Tommy, I missed you so much. I missed you too. Now we must say goodbye. No, Tommy, I don't want to lose you again. You won't lose me. I'll always be in your heart. But I don't have to wait here anymore. Tommy separated from Dr. Harrison, stepped back. Dr. Uncle, go now. Live. Be happy. For me, Tommy slowly began to fade. The light was dimming. Tommy, wait. But Tommy waved one last time with a smile and disappeared. Dr. Harrison was left alone in the room, but this time he felt different. Lighter, more peaceful. That night, Dr. Harrison went home. For the first time in 25 years, he didn't sit in the cafe. He didn't come the next night either. He never came again. Jennifer and the other nurses no longer experienced strange things in 314. The room had become a normal patient room. Dr. Harrison visited the hospital a month later, but this time not as a patient, to see old friends. Talk to Jennifer. Thank you. You told me the right thing. Did you see Tommy? One last time. He said goodbye. He's at peace now. What about you? How do you feel? Dr. Harrison smiled. For the first time in 25 years, I'm at peace. Tommy forgave me. Now I can forgive myself too. Months later, Dr. Harrison had a small wedding. He had met Dorothy, a 68-year-old retired nurse. He had built a new life. Jennifer saw them at the wedding. Dr. Harrison looked very happy. He was no longer living in the shadow of the past. This story teaches us this. Sometimes our love is so strong that it transcends even death. But true love also knows how to let go. Dr. Harrison waited for Tommy for 25 years. And Tommy waited for him too. But when it was time to say goodbye, both were ready. Pains of the past can imprison us, but forgiveness and letting go saves us. If you liked this story, don't forget to subscribe. We're here for unexplained connections and healing stories.